So now I've covered what I use at a basic level, you know, behind the scenes for when I do my recordings. Now I'm going to do a little bit of chat about some of the other things I have, like instruments and general little toys I've got lying around. So first off, this is my keyboard here. All I know about it in terms of spec is that it's a Yamaha. I can't remember how much it costs, what model it is, but I'm convinced they're still selling them. I've had it for years now and it's just absolutely fantastic. I use it to record into Logic. Really good because it acts as a good keyboard and also as a piano, like an electric piano. And because I write more classical compositions as well on it, it works really well for me. It sounds very, you know, it makes a good piano noise. It's just really good. I think off the top of my head, I'm trying to remember, it costs about £300 to £400, but it's lasted me, like I say, for years and it's great. It also has 15 inbuilt sounds, a metronome setting and a recording setting as well. So it's not just a piano, it does other fancy bits as well. Fantastic all-round piece of equipment. As well as my keyboard, I have 3 guitars. I have 2 electro-acoustics and 1 electric. This is my Tanglewood that I use. I've had it for years. I've written most of my songs on it. I got it for just under £200, I think. I can't remember the spec of it. But yeah, it's an electro-acoustic, so you can, it's easy to play live, you can plug it into your interface to record. Okay, and my next guitar I have is my absolute pride and joy. It's my Gibson SJ200 Bob Dylan Players Edition that obviously needs to be restrung and a bit of tidy up. I got this guitar for my 21st birthday, and honestly, it's my absolute favourite possession in the entire world. I don't really want to disclose the price, but I'm going to hand it to my kids and they're going to hand it to their kids, and etc, etc. It's just a piece of art, as well as being a great guitar. It's slightly big, and I'm sure you wouldn't be going out buying one of these if you were just learning, starting to dabble with playing the guitar. But yeah, it's my favourite possession. I love it. We've gone through a lot of good times together. A bit of trivia. Apparently it's meant to be like a woman's hair, and there's a, don't know if you can see, decomposing flower going down the neck, and it's the typical Bob Dylan little seal on the top. Yeah, it's fucking phenomenal. I love it. I love it. This is my electric guitar. This is a Fender Squier. Cost me about £50, which I got with an amp as well a few years ago. Yeah, so it's not the most professional electric guitar in the entire world, but for me it's been, because I've always been predominantly an acoustic artist, for me it's been great to learn you know, how to solo, things like that. Because it's an electric, it is like a physical level a lot easier to play. If you're just going to be practicing, this is the guitar you want. If you're thinking about buying, you know, you're a beginner, you think about that you want to start learning electric guitar, buy this. It's very similar to the Strat as well, it's just made of cheaper parts. But yeah, just for practicing, doing scales and stuff, go get yourself one of these. Okay, so that's it for my instruments. As I think I might have mentioned in my last video, I'm predominantly a trained singer. That's why I went to Royal Northern and studied as my principal study. So I've got a few little bits lying around that I use with my vocals. This is my favourite toy to use when I'm singing. It's a Boss VE20 vocal performer, and it's just fantastic. It does so many different things. It's a live, something you use live, so it's a pedal, put it on the floor, hit these when you're singing. It does lots of cool bits. It has loads of inbuilt sounds and bits like that. It has loads of inbuilt sounds and effects. It has things like reverb and delay and compression, things like that, but it also does cool things like you can have like a robot voice, a radio voice. It's just very cool. And also it has a harmony pedal, so you can preset, if you're going to be performing live, you can preset the key of your song and put in the harmony you want. You can have 2 harmonies, and if you press this pedal, like if you're going to go into the chorus or pre-chorus or something and want some extra vocals, you can literally do your own harmonies. No need for anyone else. It's the introvert's dream, especially if you don't like being in a band like me. Yeah, so just hit that. It puts on your harmonies, and it's just very effective. I've used it in like all of my performances, like my gigs and graded performances in college. Oh, it also has a loop pedal in it, which is very cool. So yeah, can't remember. Oh, I got it for Christmas. I don't know how much it was, but I don't think it was like massively expensive. Super easy to use, really good. Yeah. The most recent thing that I've got is this. It's the Novation Launchpad Pro. It also comes in a smaller size where it's just a quarter of what you see here. I think it costs around £200 to £300. I got it mainly to use in my final major performance in college. The great thing about this is it's such a versatile piece of kit. I know it looks quite daunting when you first look at it, and to be honest, I'm still getting to grips with it, but it can be used in so many different ways. It can be used, you know, if you just want to use it as a sample pad, but it can also be a live instrument. It can be used in recordings. It's just really versatile. This also came with a copy of Ableton Live 9 Lite, which is really good because they go incredibly well together. If you've ever used Ableton, you know the little stems you've got, these light up when you plug it into Ableton. They light up at the same time, so it feels like a really, like almost a physical manifestation of Ableton. Just works really well. Still got to get to grips with it. It's a really great piece of kit to have if you're going to be performing electronic music live, because obviously it's so versatile. You plug it into your laptop, you have it on stage, you know, you can get different performances up, and it also looks really fucking cool. When you're doing it live and you're just hammering the buttons, it looks really, really good. If you want to dabble at a high level in electronic music and electronic music performance, get yourself one of these. Okay, that's about all I have at the moment. But yeah, I hope this was informative for anyone looking to start doing home recordings, because I've been there, you know. So I'd like to kind of pass on what knowledge I have and what I've learnt. Yeah, I just hope you enjoyed the video. See you next time.